What's up, everybody? It's Mario. You're watching the Courtney Hall Show.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Courtney Hall Show. Listen, I have my new friend in the building. It's Mario Lloyd. Hi, Mario.
How you doing?
Thank you so much for coming on my show. I came on your show, and it was just amazing. I had a great time with you, Ron, and Josh, and now you're here on my show.
Thank you.
You actually came. Now, for the people that don't know, tell us what you do.
I'm in real estate, I'm in stocks, but mainly real estate. Like, that's my bread and butter. Mm-hmm. I have a podcast. I have like a little before and after show a little bit, and just trying to surrender everything about real estate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into real estate?
I met this guy. I was working at Terminix. I met this guy. We're not cool anymore.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
He was just he wanted me to be his ATM. Like I got all these loans and credit cards out, and then he was just gonna like borrow money from me every couple of months, and then, but he really didn't want me to get into real estate, even though that's what he said he wanted me to do.
Oh, wow.
But I ended up getting into real estate.
So he used you, pretty much?
Not necessarily, because I paid him to do some stuff for me, but at the end of the day, he was real arrogant, and he was like, he acted like he was a multi-millionaire, and he wasn't. Mm-hmm. Like, he's selling barbecue plates at Home Depot now. So he put a battery on my back though. He said, like, if you're not a millionaire in 5 years, then you're a loser or you're losing.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of really
now he's at Home Depot and you're successful.
Yeah, I'm doing whatever I want to do.
Boom. So I mean, right now what you're doing, you have a podcast. You actually created some educational tools for people to purchase.
Yeah.
Talk about that. That's amazing.
I got like a little ebook. I'm about to read.
It's not a little ebook. It's an ebook. You are doing some great things, like I said on your podcast.
Yeah.
You're doing great things for your community. You're providing a tool for people to use that might not have a lot of money right now, but they want to follow in your footsteps. They want to do what you're doing. And what you're doing is so amazing because you're giving them an affordable way to learn. So it's not just a little ebook.
Yeah, it's like $25, but I'm gonna revamp it. I'm gonna basically show you exactly what I just did, and then what I just did in the beginning, which I got like a bunch of loans and a bunch of credit cards, and I buy houses. Like, you can start with one house, fix it up, refinance it, take the money out, and just keep on going, kind of like how I did. And I literally just did it. I just took out like 80,000 out. I bought a house for 60,000, and then I'm gonna use the other 20 to fix it up.
So if I wanted to get into real estate and doing what you're doing, which is like flipping homes and all that good stuff, what is the first step?
It depends on what your financial situation is, because you're gonna need a little bit of money. But if you can wholesale, you can basically, what we spoke about on my podcast, basically you put it out there that you buy houses, right? A seller contacts you, you go look at the property, you give them an offer, it's more than likely gonna be pretty reasonable. It's not gonna be like retail, it's gonna be way lower than retail. And then you can either get like a hard money lender, or if you have good credit, you can buy it yourself. Get a couple of loans out like how I did, purchase it, fix it up, refinance it, and then just keep on going.
Okay. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I'm from West Belford and Sandpiper on the southwest side.
Okay. So did people teach you about money and buying homes when you were younger, or was it something? I'm trying to figure out, how did you get this sense of, I'm gonna buy homes, I'm gonna flip them, I'm gonna rent them out? Like, where did you get that from?
I would say my parents, because they always had credit card problems.
Okay.
So I always made sure that I paid all my credit cards on time.
Okay.
Had like the 30% ratio. You know, you're supposed to keep everything at 30%, like your credit cards.
Yeah.
You know, the income and then your debt ratio. Mm-hmm. I always made it a point to have good credit, because I never wanted to like be in a bind where credit cards was just, you know, keeping me down, where I couldn't do it, like couldn't purchase whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah, and credit cards, they're supposed to help you, not hurt you, right? And a lot of people, they're in credit card debt.
Yes.
So how do they get out of credit card debt? If you're in it, if somebody's in it right now, what would you suggest them to do?
The first thing I recommend is their lifestyle. Like, you're supposed to like pay all your bills, and then everything else you're supposed to, you know, buy your clothes or go out to eat. Like, you're not supposed to. A credit card is really like a loan, because you're paying it back, and if you don't pay it before the statement closes, you're gonna pay it with interest.
Okay.
So you get like the majority of people, it's called credit card churning, where they get like a American Express Platinum or American Express Gold. They use it and then they pay it right back off, and then they get all the points and then they use it to travel or buy whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
But a lot of people, they just buy it and they just never pay it off, and then the interest accumulates and accumulates and accumulates.
I got you. So going back, you said something about credit card statements, like paying off your balance before that statement.
You look, there's your, like, say your payment is due the 27th, the statement might close on the 3rd. So
the 3rd of the following month.
Correct. You got to make that minimum payment before the 27th, and then you want to pay it off before the statement closes.
Okay. How would you know when the statement closes?
When you get your like statement in the mail, it breaks everything down. It breaks down your interest.
Okay.
It breaks down if you just pay that minimum payment, and it breaks down if you just pay like a little bit more, you probably pay it faster, like in 5 years or whatever.
Oh.
You got like a couple of days after your minimum payment is due to pay it off in full. So I wouldn't recommend anybody to not pay their statement off in full, because that interest at 16, 17, 18% is just going to accumulate and keep on accumulating.
I got you. Okay. So what's like one of your next big, projects?
I'm working on it as we speak.
Okay.
I closed Tuesday. Today I got a bunch of estimates from my contractors. I'm cutting the trees down from the front and the back Monday.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna do the roof probably like Sunday or Monday. And then I'm getting different estimates from plumbers, because I just spoke to one today and he said I needed to dig under the house and re-pipe everything. And I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to see if another plumber could do like a cheaper way of fixing the issue.
So it's safe to say that you're hands-on with your projects?
Yeah, like whatever I can do.
Or do you have like employees that work for you?
Nah, I don't have employees that work for me.
Okay.
It's just me.
Yeah, I like that though, because you're hands-on with what you're doing, you know what's going on, opposed to somebody that might be, I don't know, on some trip and they're just like telling people what to do. I like that.
I recommend you be like, you don't have to be like, I'm hands-on because I want to save $1, but you don't have to. Like, I don't have a project manager, and I don't have a rental property manager. If you have those two things, then you don't have to do anything. You could just stay at the house and do whatever you want to do.
Gotcha. But that's money, that's funds going out.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you can afford it, then.
So I'm saving like 10-20% just based on both of those alone.
So it's safe to say you're a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire on paper, but not liquid cash.
Okay.
If I sold all my properties right now, I could probably make $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I don't like to think about it because then I would try to sell all the properties and get all the cash out. So I just don't think about it.
Okay. Now I know you said that you like to dress down because you want to be relatable to your audience, or just to, the everyday person.
Yes.
Why is that? Talk to us.
I was a screw up in school. Like I was always grounded. I didn't have anything in my room. I want to get myself back to like summer school, like summer. I didn't really have a direction. I didn't know where I was going. Yeah. And like I want to reach out to those kids that feel like, their future is hopeless. Like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to do after I graduated. I saw a couple of people, they were like x-ray techs. So I kind of went in that direction, but I ended up not, like, I couldn't pass this class to be an x-ray tech. So. But
it's all in God's plans, the design of our lives. So it's pretty cool that you're now saying, hey, if you are doing this, if you're making this, that doesn't mean that you're a screw up in life. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're a screw up at all. It's just not the path for you, although you should stay in school. But, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, it was really bad.
Do you feel like you were acting out because you didn't know what to do? Or were you just bad because you was bad?
I was like an introvert. Like I only had like one friend. It was like my cousin Christian. And so that's probably why. Go ahead.
No, because I don't ever know if you're like serious or not. You do this face and I'm like, is he serious? Can I laugh?
No, you can laugh.
Okay.
You can laugh. I was like a big time introvert. Like I had it was just me and my cousin and then it was like my homeboy Alan, and I was kind of like a pretty boy, but not like I was a pretty boy, but like I needed to, when I left the house, I would have to be like, everything had to be new or pressed or like in that aspect. Okay. And then he kind of got me out of that. Like we just started going wherever.
Okay, were you ever picked on in school?
Not really. I got into a lot of fights though. Okay. I would always get suspended off the bus. I got into probably at least 2-3 fights a year.
That's a lot of fights.
I mean, I'm not proud of that. I got a low key like a temper a little bit if I'm pushed too hard. Yeah. But
you know what you could do? You could go into schools and do motivational.
I wanted to do that.
I don't know what they call it now, but ISS. The people that are in ISS.
Yeah, like CEP and all that.
Yeah,
I wanted to do that. I reached out to I reached out to Mr. Singleton at Madison. And he told me to contact somebody. And I was just like, all right, then. Well, if y'all don't want to but I might do that. I might reach out to CEP and.
I don't know what it's called, but the alternatives.
Like Gulf Shore and all that?
Yeah, I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool too.
Yeah, you have an interesting story.
Yeah.
So you have your podcast, you have 2 co-hosts. Talk to me about how y'all met.
I met Ron at 24 Hour Fitness. Okay. I think we were probably about to fight. We were arguing.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
What were y'all arguing about?
It's basketball.
Okay.
It's basketball. And,
okay.
He's real cocky on the court.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. And so we're going back and forth, and then we just one day we had a conversation.
Ron or Josh?
No, Ron.
Wow, I wouldn't have imagined him being like that.
Yeah,
or maybe whenever I was there, maybe because I was new or something. I don't know.
When it comes to basketball, Ron is man, he's like Kobe.
Okay, gotcha.
We're not friends. We're all y'all are enemies. Give me the ball.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So we got into it, but then we ended up talking. We had a lot in common, and he ended up being kind of my mentor friend type, because he's I think he's 10 years, 6, 7, 8 years older than me.
Ron?
Yeah, he's 40.
He looks really good for his age.
I think he's 42.
So how did you meet Josh?
We were friends, we had the same religion, and
Gotcha.
we were friends in middle school, and then we kind of we didn't fall out, we have a fallout, but we just kind of fell off, and then I met him through that mentor I had.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
And then that mentor, he didn't want me to be friends with him.
Why?
I think he just wanted. I have no idea. You got to ask him.
So y'all came together. How did the podcast start? It started with you, right?
Yeah, I think I reached out to him, and then he told me about the media block.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, I mean, I ask you for advice all the time anyway. You might as well be one of the hosts.
Oh.
And then I contacted Ron. I mean, they're all like kind of my mentors.
Okay.
Like I asked them like, about real estate, life.
Yeah.
And then Ron's really heavy on Bitcoin and crypto.
Nice. That's pretty cool that you can humble yourself and ask other men questions, because men are so like, sometimes y'all can be like cocky and I know everything, but to really humble yourself and say, hey, I want you to mentor me. I want you to guide me.
I mean,
that's cool.
It didn't really go like that, but I asked him like,
even if it's like a conversation, like, pick up the phone. I think that's cool.
Like with Ron, I'll be like, if I like flew off the handle, I'll be like, hey, do you think I was wrong in this situation?
I got
and then he'll give me his honest opinion. And then Josh, I ask him about real estate, or I ask him about the podcast. Like he's really, like we're really, really trying to do this podcast thing hard now. So I ask him questions about that or real estate. He's really hard on Airbnb, got like 2 of them now, so.
Nice.
Yeah, we are all trying to just be successful and just push the podcast.
Well, thank you, Mario, for coming on my show. You'll have to come back.
No, we will.
Yeah, because on your show, you're kind of like Charlemagne the God. He was really mean to me, y'all. You all can actually watch the episode on his YouTube page. Tell them where they can find you.
YouTube, Real Estate Guru PK. And Courtney's like she's on the first episode of the reboot.
Hey.
And we're gonna have some other people on there as well.
Okay. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
You have been amazing.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. Just follow me on Instagram, Real Estate Guru PK, YouTube, Real Estate Guru PK.
All right. Well, thank y'all for watching another episode of The Courtney Hall Show.
Thank you.